just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Yes, we made it. We did it. It is finally Sunday. It's finally here. All football is going on. Welcome to the Morning Spike. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Mark. I got Tank here in Florida. Guys, it's time. The moment we've been talking about for, it's been 8 months?
Oh, my God.
It's been so long, but we finally.
It's been a minute.
This is Super Bowl. When's the Super Bowl? February?
Yeah,
February.
8 months.
So,
Yeah, it's been about 8 months. 13.
yeah,
It's just 10. Yeah.
Oh, we made it. I just can't believe it.
You got Martin in the chat already. What's up, Martin?
What's up, Martin? What's your
Michael,
here, bro?
what's up?
Michael. Dude, I'm so hyped. You don't understand. I woke up this morning at 6 a.m. I was like, it's time. Just time. I got up, I went to the gym, worked out. I'm like, all right, there's nothing else going on. I have all my food, snacks already prepared. My fantasy lineup is pretty much set. Just looking at everything. Everything's sitting there in a row. Like, we're good. We're good.
He said watching in my office. LOL.
At least you're able to do that.
It's true.
There you go.
It's
Even
true.
look at that intro had a double meaning. God bless our troops and get ready for football. There you
Exactly.
go. Shout out to Martin and football season.
Right.
Oh, guys. So what's up? How you guys feeling?
I don't know. I'm in the same boat as you. My tight end's not playing, so that sucks. Mark Andrews is ruled out.
Yep. Mark Andrews. So I was like, hey, the two best tight ends in all fantasy football are
Right.
both out.
Right. Like, no, not just the two. Kittle,
Kittle's
Waller, like they're all hurt.
Yeah, but Kittle's going to
Wait,
play.
every tight end.
Kittle and
Kittle's-
Waller are playing, but
They're
they're hurt.
playing. Yeah.
I mean, Kittle's always hurt. He's like joins the season already hurt. Knee, ankle, back, something. Kittle's always hurt. So yeah, but I'm super excited, man. After watching that game on Thursday, boy.
Yeah, dude.
Boy.
Kadarius Toney. Oh man, I wish Martin was here so I could talk about Kadarius Toney.
Oh man,
That dude. Oh my God.
the Dynasty Pylon Twitter put something up that was super funny, and it was from Happy Gilmore, the Adam Sandler golf one. And it's like Kadarius Toney's hands, and it's the guy with the wooden hand. That had me rolling, man. That shit was funny.
I saw so many things.
But that was so bad.
Detroit Lions best player of the night. Darius.
Yeah, he was. He won MVP for the game.
You think they're already calling the Buccaneers like, hey, what? We want Evans.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
at this point right now, they need to do something.
Right.
He threw to 12 different receivers. Do you understand that? 12 different receivers got the ball on Thursday night. And 6 of them for one catch. Because they have nobody. They don't have anyone. That's awful.
Mm.
They have no one to lean on. Without, like, Kelsey is literally their MVP because without him, they have nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's insane. How just one player, a tight end, on top of that, not even like is gone. And this team has dropped down to being like beaten by the Lions. Granted, the Lions are a lot better than what they used to be, but still, they have the name
there's no way
of
they
the
should have
Lions.
won that game. They literally gift wrapped the game to them.
Yeah.
All right. We do have our first question. I want to answer that real quick. All right, Jake, we got PPR, Miles Sanders or Najee Harris. I have my answer, so I want to hear what you guys think.
If it's PPR, I'm probably leaning towards Najee Harris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even with what's calling in the backfield with him, sharing it.
I think Harris can catch the ball.
Yeah.
And if it's PPR, if he gets one catch, that could still be as much as like 3 runs for Sanders. So
Yeah. If Harris catches the ball like 3 times, that's already 3 points plus whatever yards he gets.
right.
You know, and where Sanders is probably 3 points, you need to run like 30 yards.
My concern is that Najee Harris is supposed to split carries. That's why I read before. Oh, as Braden said that. Never mind. Yeah, it says Warren and Harris are supposed to split snaps. So if that's the case, it's almost like he's not a RB1.
And they are playing the 49ers.
So that's like the strongest defense. Like
That's what I was going to ask. Who they playing?
Carolina's playing Atlanta.
Yep, Atlanta. I'm more towards Miles Sanders. The first thing I was thinking is Miles Sanders right now.
I mean, I don't really think. I think either one.
Yeah, at this point, it's kind of like a few points different.
The difference is I feel like splitting carries. I think Carolina goes with their.
That's true. Carolina said they were going to run Sanders into the ground. So
yeah, which means he'll be out week 3, like
right?
Martin said before.
He's our 3 down back. He might not even make it through today. So,
but he's going to get a lot of carries. I think Miles Sanders is going to have 20, 22 carries. I think he might even, because you have a rookie quarterback, you're going to get some passes too. I mean, he don't catch well, but he catch enough. So I'm leaning towards Miles Sanders on this question, for those reasons.
Okay. Yeah, I was leaning towards Miles Sanders, but I was thinking Harris because he gets more catches. But yeah, if he's splitting the time, I think Sanders will still get more points.
Yeah, I think Warren is. I think Warren's going to end up being the starter. I think Najee Harris is not going to be there. I think long term.
Well, I was going to say by the end of the year, but
there's already reports coming out that said by the end of the year, Jaylen Warren will be the RB1 in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Well, they were already leaning that way last year.
The end of last year, yeah.
But then he got hurt though, so they're like, never mind. We're backtracking on what we were saying because Harris is our only running back now. So yeah, it wasn't shocking.
Yeah, if you have Najee Harris, you need to have the handcuff.
Yeah.
He says I got Najee and Warren, so I'm fine.
Hey, so he has the handcuff. You gotta make sure you have that. That's awesome. Why yeah.
So we got another question here. Did we do these ones?
No, that's what I was gonna go to, man.
Okay, Marvin Jones Jr. got let off the hook with how bad he played because of how bad Tony was.
Tony was epically bad. I've never seen a receiver be that bad.
Wide open, just boom.
Like 4 times. Like it was like I've never seen a receiver, a number 1 receiver, supposed to be the number 1 receiver, just drop the ball. Like the ball bouncing off your hands. I felt like he had a bet on the game.
Right.
He was betting on Detroit. Like
I said that, and then I also said I wonder if Jahmyr Gibbs had a bet that Amon-Ra St. Brown was going to get the first touchdown because he had daylight, and he was just like, "Oops!"
He fell on the 1 yard line. Oh no!
Like he tripped himself. Like what happened? Like you literally had the touchdown, and then nope, I fell.
That close. Oh, you know how many people were probably pissed off with that bet. But there's a picture of Tony where the pitcher is like the ball's in his hand. It looks like a catch and everything. And they're like, can you imagine this was a pick six? I was like,
oh, yeah, it was the pick six, literally like this. Boom.
To a perfect throw. A perfect throw.
Every pass to Tony was perfect. And and just like that, like there was like 2 of them where it was like 20 yards down the field with no one near him. And he just goes, boom. Oh,
it's third down, 3rd and 10. Perfect pass. He's like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Did you have a contact then?
Mahomes got to start throwing it so hard it like gets stuck in their
if I had $1 for every time I saw Mahomes go like this.
Oh my god!
I'd have a lot of dollars.
I saw a tweet that said, "This is what would happen if the Bears drafted Mahomes. This is what he would look like."
Right.
Yeah,
especially with our receivers that we had last year. So that would have been it. Yeah.
What's up, favorite?
Yeah. Let's go. Football is back. I'm so hyped. I can't believe this. I'm so happy right now. It's great to say Warren and Harris are supposed to split snaps.
Yeah.
Then PPR, Javonte Williams or James Conner. Javonte Williams is on a snap count. They already said he's on
the only offensive weapon.
He's the only thing happening out there.
Because I don't even know if Marquise Williams is playing at this point. I think he's.
What's up, Lucas?
Hey, what's up? When you get older, you're going to know this is a holiday.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say it's his birthday weekend, but it's the weekend after his birthday.
No, I was planning on getting Lucas a jersey. And it didn't come in yet. It didn't come in. But it was going to be too big anyway. I ordered a 4T. And I was like,
hey, Wait until he's old enough to make his
Exactly.
own decisions. He doesn't have to be forced into being a Bears fan, okay?
Yes, he does.
He's a Bears fan.
That's it.
You're born into it. You're born into it.
I'm just kidding.
We accept converts, but you're born into being a Bears.
Exactly. No, this is it. It's in his blood, literally.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for you, Lucas. I feel bad for you, man.
Hey, you can't feel sorry for anybody.
I can.
You know,
I know
with
what's
your
like,
team.
trust me.
So with your team, because that's what we're gonna talk about. Can you believe he's not playing again?
Who's that?
What's his name? Chase Young.
Jason. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he has nerve damage in his neck.
Oh, is that what it is?
And they said that's the reason a lot of these. There were trade talks, but nobody wanted it because he wouldn't pass the physical.
Yeah, he has
That's
nerve
big.
damage.
I didn't know it was that. Holy shit. Yeah, that's super big.
He's most likely out at least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Trey Lance version 2.
Man. At least he played a couple games. We know he could be good.
Yeah, he could be good. He was good his rookie year, and most of that sophomore year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
So back to this question though, we didn't even answer that question. I know we just said Connor.
Yeah, it's James.
Oh,
Connor. Hands down.
Because
Yeah.
with the snap count, that just tells you right there you're not going to be able to depend on him.
Yeah,
like, I'm almost leaning towards not even playing Javonte Williams in any of my leagues. A lot of his backups are probably better for anything. So
yeah, it's gonna be super close. But
says, thanks guys, I'm leaning for Sanders, but it's very close. And then Yahoo told me to start Burks over Zay Flower.
a lot of people have been saying that Zay Flowers is getting overhyped, and they don't believe in the Ravens' offense. And I can understand that. I could understand what they're saying. I think they're wrong, but I understand why they're coming through this. I think their offense is going to be a lot more pass heavy. It's going to be 60-40 pass to run, which is totally different than they've ever done. And I think Zay Flowers is quick enough in the middle of the field, especially when Mark Andrews not there, that he's going to get the ball a lot more. If Mark Andrews was there, maybe he would be ignored. But because Mark Andrews is out, I think Zay Flowers is going to be a big player today.
Yeah. But I get it. Like, you're kind of worried about a rookie coming in. What's that offense going to be? But yeah, I don't know if I would play him either this week, just to be on the safe side. But that's not somebody I'm gonna let go, because if he does well this week, then he's gonna be in every week. So, but
little feeling out period.
Exactly.
See what we got. But then he goes off for like that 40 points. My God,
I know.
That's the problem. Is that everything tells you that you should be playing him, and then you don't play him because he's young. It's always that problem. Like, you look at it, you're like, okay, your number one receiver is out. Everyone else that's in there has never played with Lamar Jackson before. He's going to be in the middle of the field. Odell Beckham's going to get a lot of coverage. You have to worry about those running backs. Lamar draws up your middle linebackers, so everything says you could be able to dump it to the little guy right over the middle. So but then you don't play him and he scores 30 points. I probably just lean towards playing him.
Yeah. And then going back to what we were talking about earlier, Martin said Miles Sanders is 70-30 with Chuba, and then Harris is 50-50 with Warren. So
yeah, it's just I
Michael says check him for gambling.
I'll tell you,
I need to.
Either that or he was eating popcorn the entire game.
And then Anthony
with his gloves on.
Anthony Price said the problem is Tony thinks scoring and making big plays before catching the ball first. I mean, you're not wrong.
But all the time, you can't be thinking scoring when you're just sitting there. Your only job is to catch the ball, and it was hitting them in the chest. It was bouncing off his hands. Like, what are you doing? You need to be thinking, I gotta catch the ball to prove that I'm not getting cut tomorrow. Asking for a friend. Jeremy Chinn. What you say?
Apparently Martin doesn't know how to run his own team.
Asking for a friend. Jeremy Chinn at NB when Von Bell and Xavier Rhodes at free safety, strong safety. Isaiah Simmons at NB, linebacker. They already have Jalen Petrie locked in the DB slot. That's a very good question. I like what he's asking. Does he play either of us?
No, I'm playing Bumpy fly, and you're playing Brady. So
Yeah. So
Bell.
I worry about
Jeremy
Isaiah
Chinn.
this week so early. Do you know enough what's going on with the Giants?
So he's asking between Bell. No, Bell's in, right? He said Bell is right. So it's Xavier Rhodes or Simmons.
So he's got Petrie already in his DB slot, and he's trying to choose his
between Simmons,
his flex spot with Jeremy Chinn or Isaiah Simmons.
Okay.
Apparently, Chinn's going to be playing nickel back.
Yeah, he's going to be the nickel.
And Xavier Rhodes are free safety, strong safety.
So Isaiah can technically play on the field a lot, being a nickel, because a lot of teams go nickel most of the time. And then, in fact, he's linebacker too, so he can just stay on the field. So I think that's not even a big thing. He's going to be on the field a lot. But Jeremy Chinn is so good.
I like how committed he was to this friend thing.
Yeah.
They already have Jalen Petrie locked into DB slot. Like, we don't know your team, Martin.
Exactly.
That's like me asking for a friend. They have Kyle Hamilton and Brisker.
Which one should I start?
Should they put in Shaq Leonard in the flex spot or go with 2 DBs? I
would go 2 DBs, and I would actually go linebacker and trade it to your other friend, train Brisker to your other friend.
Get out and stop it.
You better be giving me a lot of
up for that.
I'm gonna want some first round picks.
I believe it.
Some running back receivers.
I'll give you a quarterback. That's all.
All your quarterbacks are gonna be done in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I probably will need a quarterback pretty soon, but
to answer that question, I think Jeremy Chinn is the play right now. As much as I like Isaiah Simmons, I'm not sure.
I'm leaning towards Chinn too, because at least I know what I'm getting with Chinn.
Exactly. And, when he scores well. First game of the season, I think he's the nickel one that I'll stick with. And I think he's going to play just like Isaiah Simmons. I think he's going to be on the field most of the time. So that's why it makes it a tough question. But I think he's going to be the playmaker one. So I will go with Jeremy Chinn.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are the IDP guys, so.
Yeah. Although I do like me some Jersey Chinn though.
Jersey Chinn?
Yeah. Hollywood is playing, says Braden.
But who's going to get him the ball? We've seen Doubs, guys.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't really matter if he's playing. Also, don't help Martin's friend. He goes, it's for a friend. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So funny. Yeah, Brady said the same thing. I'll hold off on Isaiah Simmons.
To see how he literally just got there and he was already having struggles. Like, I think he's a great football player, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think he needs a little time. And then Derpy says he has a question.
Derpy. What's up, Derpy?
You ready?
Are you ready for some football? Dude, I woke up ready. I'm telling you. Everything about this day is all about football. Everything about the day. My kids came in. I was like, all right, kids, move.
It was like Santa Claus. Like, did he left a cigar and whiskey for Dicka to come and pick it up at night. Went to bed with his football and his jersey, little Stanley the Bear. Sitting there looking at the clock.
It's so funny. I don't think I slept. I just waited. I was in bed just like this, waiting. So you gonna take your helmet off? No, I'm not.
Hey, baby. What's up, Kirk Cousins?
What's up, Kirk Cousins?
Thanks for coming in. I don't hear nothing about no Bama losing last night. Oh, that was a bit of an upset.
I called it. I called it.
Got some money on it, man.
I knew Texas.
That would have been a lot of.
It was actually a lot closer than you think it is. It was a lot closer.
I think ESPN's onto something with the way they have coverage on football these days. Like, I don't know if you watched the Pat McAfee cast of the Bama game. That was freaking cool. They're literally on the sidelines. Half of his team is on one end zone. Pat McAfee and AJ Hawk were on the other side, and they're just commenting the whole game the whole time. One of them got a beer thrown at him. It was great.
Nice.
Honestly, I can't wait till next week when Colorado plays Colorado State. Because Deion Sanders, everyone said, "Oh, this is a fluke. You guys are here. They're not going to be good," and they went and whooped Nebraska's ass. So I'm just like this, Sanders, Shedeur Sanders is for real. Yeah. Shedeur Sanders will be drafted. He will be playing quarterback in NFL. Bama sucks.
Derpy. We got. Apparently, he's a Bama fan.
My neighbor has a Bama flag on the front porch.
Bill goes this morning for work. No flag.
Is it like half mast?
Right.
That's funny.
We know ESPN will bail them out when it matters. The second championship against Georgia, so they'll qualify for the playoffs. We'll see. I know it's early, but the Lions' offense didn't look that good, and they didn't use Gibbs as much.
But Gibbs broke a lot of tackles, but he didn't get a lot of play. So that's what was so.
Yeah, that game plan in the second half where he was on the bench the whole time was interesting.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's something that they knew about him, or maybe he didn't know the plays, or he hasn't been running the routes the correct way, or something. But when he's out there with the ball, he's a playmaker.
Yeah. If Kelsey was there, that would have been a blown out game. It would have been like fucking 30 something to like 10.
Anthony there, the Lions Chiefs will be.
Yep.
Out in the playoffs.
Yeah. Also asking for a friend. Oh my God.
Doubs,
Is this the same friend?
Michael Wilson. If that's your choices, you lost.
Right.
You should be mad at yourself for that being your question. That's the answer.
Oh man.
Bateman? Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Dobbs because Watson's not playing. So
we got hurt.
So Doubs is the number one.
Yeah,
he's the number one. Number one guy. I think they're actually gonna get the ball thrown to him a lot. Because I believe they have a lot of injuries on that offense, and Doubs will be that number one guy. So yeah, I think Doubs is the answer.
There you go.
Man, this will be a good game too. I believe it's on the schedule. Colorado versus USC. Mm-hmm.
That's going to
be a must-watch game.
Here's the thing about Colorado: they have the playmakers. They have all the guys running around, DBs, wide receivers, running backs. The quarterback is amazing, but they don't have the big guys in the middle. That's where they get beat. So a team that's going to be able to manhandle them in the middle is going to be the team that beats them. But if you're talking about just all the skill guys, they got more skill guys than anyone else. So it's going to take a big team that's going to beat them. I think they destroy Colorado State next week, and they go to USC and get destroyed.
But why are we saying chill when they just beat the team that was in the national championship game?
Yeah, because he says TCU sucks. And which, what's funny? A lot of people have been saying that, and then they said, well, but Nebraska will beat them. And then they beat Nebraska by a lot, and they're like, don't worry about it. Colorado State will beat them. Until someone beats them, and you have to admit that this guy who was doing all these crazy things, Shedeur was doing these crazy things before, you have to just understand that he might be just a good player. It doesn't matter the competition. Maybe he's able to do things no matter what. So.
And they're going to get a lot of money coming their way. I don't normally watch college football, but I turned into that game. Like, they're going to have so many fans now.
Yeah, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you even hear the story about how they hired Dion for all that money and they didn't even have enough money to pay him? They had to get boosters.
It didn't matter though, because it was smart to do it because he made so much money. Did you see
that? They wanted him, and they knew in the long run they would make money off of it. But at the beginning, they didn't have enough money to pay him.
The cheapest ticket to go to a Colorado game is $450 now.
Holy shit! Really?
It's more costly to go to a Colorado game than to a Chicago Bears game.
He's the Lionel Messi of college football.
But he's not.
TCU overrated. Well, we made the national championship.
TCU is overrated. They are overrated. The team they graduate a lot of people, but they're still the defending national champions. So for a team that won one game last year to beat them and then turn around and beat Nebraska, who was a Big Ten team that was talking about being a lot better this year, right? Colorado is taking strides. And if they end up 8-5 this year, they've done amazing. Vegas had them at 3 wins. So like people stop trying to pour water on shit. Let's just enjoy what we got for now.
And Braden agrees, or Martin agrees with us. He says Doubs. Watson won't play. I don't trust Bateman, and Wilson is good, but I don't think he'll be productive.
exactly.
Well, plus Bateman's like what, receiver 3, 4?
3 or 4. 3
Yeah.
because no Mark Andrews, so he's 3.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Mark Andrews is not playing. So. Then we got just saying they won't beat USC or Oregon, but 2 weeks doesn't decide who football team is.
Oregon did not look as good last night. I don't know. Did you guys watch that game? Oregon should have been beat. I'm just letting you know. If Oregon's big guys that don't come to play, Colorado can stay with them.
I beg to differ on this comment because in college football, if you lose 2 games in a row, you're not even going to make the playoffs. So.
Exactly. That's true.
So it does kind of decide who you are.
Yeah.
Every week matters.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like in college football, like almost every week is a playoff game, basically. So yeah, I disagree, Mr. Derby. Martin, who's your friend? Yeah. Yeah, Martin. Who's your friend? And he just says, Don't even just come up with a name. Like, hey,
it's Martine with the E. With the E in it.
Martine.
Yeah, Martine.
Oh, just blame it on Kadani. That's all. It's him.
I can't stay the whole time, unfortunately. So I got to get going.
Because you're in Florida and you have family and a son.
It's football, man. It's football. Who goes to Florida with the family on opening weekend? Come on.
Right. And I'm like, I got a pool I was gonna be in right there.
Well, you know.
Hey, to be fair, it's 11:30 in Florida, so yeah, you need to go.
Yeah. So, but I am gonna be.
I gotta go see.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You ain't doing that. If you're in Florida, if you went outside, sold me a pool, then I got you.
Yeah.
I got a big pond in the backyard.
No, I don't count. I know
that count. That don't count.
Seen that.
That don't count. Look at that. All right, Mark.
Give me hugs because they know that it's time to go. Because Daddy's going to be in football mode.
Oh, do I need to call my nephew in here now?
Yeah, you need to have a kid on the show.
Oliver.
Yeah, we do. All right, but yeah, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be in chat. In the chat a little bit with you guys. So,
he's not playing.
Wow, Cordero Patterson's inactive today.
Yeah,
man, they have no one else at that position.
The Joker position.
Yeah, at the J position. No, you're right.
Everybody's been talking about that, like how the NFL, like these guys made a new position, like specifically for the Joker position.
Well, I mean, Cordero Patterson has always been a Joker, so I don't mind it.
Yeah. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get going. Have fun, happy football, everybody. I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna watch the Bears a little later. So have fun. Hope you guys win. Come in, ask your questions. We'll be in there. I'm getting all my notifications of who's in and who's out and stuff like that.
We need to go over right now.
Yeah, go over stuff like that. But cool, guys. Appreciate it. See you guys probably on Tuesday. Talking about waiver wire. But have fun. Rest of the show. And go Bears.
Go Bears!
All right. Later, guys.
Week 5. And then no. But for now, later. Go Bears. That's fine.
No. We'll still be Go Bears always. Even we don't care about your Commanders.
All right, I'm out of here. Later.
All right,
never mind. Taylor Lewan is not retiring. It was a joke.
Yeah. I was like, why would Taylor Lewan retire when he has this lawsuit in right now? Should probably wait.
He has a lawsuit?
Oh yeah. About the surgery, the knee surgery? Saying it's costing him his career.
He has a lawsuit on the Titans.
Yeah. He has on. Yeah. So why would he needs to be there, be active?
For some reason, I was thinking it was the other way around. Like someone had a lawsuit on him, and I was like, what the hell did he do? That makes more sense.
Anthony said, "Oh, you got it."
If Washington don't win, I'm going on.
You're not even playing. You're literally playing Nebraska. You're literally.
I don't even care. I don't even care if we don't blow them out. But I don't want it to be too close, and I don't want to look terrible. If it's just a comfortable win and we win like 20-7, I'll be happy.
I agree with that. Yeah, that's what you need.
I mean, if we win, 56-10, I mean, that'd be obviously awesome, but I don't see that happening.
Me either, unfortunately. But,
although Terry McLaurin is playing, so.
But I think he's on snap count, too.
Is he? Well, he had like 2 straight days of full practice.
A practice. But the second day was just a walkthrough.
Oh, was it just a walkthrough? Okay.
Brady said that would not be awesome.
I know you wouldn't think it'd be awesome. If we get into like a freaking close game where I'm sweating it, I'm gonna be like, oh, this season is not gonna be good.
I got a question for you. So, what do you feel about Joe Burrow's contract? Does this mean it's the end of T. Higgins?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I've been saying it for years. Like, T. Higgins is not going to be on this damn team. They cannot afford him. They should have traded him before.
I thought maybe, depending on what he ended up getting paid, maybe. But when he took that deal, I was like, oh, no, it's definitely.
Like, but he took the richest contract in NFL history. I was like, come on, man.
It's hilarious because we actually have a Joe Burrow billboard here. It's got his like side profile. It's like, not your average Joe. I'm like, why is that here?
I mean, Cincinnati. I mean, I understand, I guess. Because
there you go. See, look at the bright side, Braden. Marvin
Harrison Jr. You are a Cardinal.
Yeah.
So let's say the Cardinals got the first and fourth pick next year, do they trade the first one to the second team? You know, do a Bears like what they could have done with the Texans, just flip to second to get Harrison at 2.
I think they should.
Way. And I think that's a smart deal. You know,
because not only do you get still 2 top picks, you still get another extra first rounder the next year.
You could do what the Bears did. You know, you might be able to get a player, you know, a wide receiver. You know, why not?
A tackle.
Oh my God! Lineman. You guys need to fix your entire team, so entire line. So yeah,
well, they got Paris Johnson.
Yeah, but you need a left tackle.
But yeah, well, I think he should be the left tackle. Honestly,
I said that too. I don't understand.
But originally he was guard, and I was so confused. But because Caleb Williams won't come out if the Cards have the first pick, Cliff is there with him now, and I know he's telling him not to come to AZ. Yeah, we were talking about that on Wednesday. We brought it up, and I was like, "Oh shit! I completely forgot Cliff was there."
Dude, the best thing for the Cardinals would be having the first and second pick, and then you could change the first pick to anyone, knowing that you got the second pick no matter what.
But as long as you're on the phone saying, "Hey, you're getting the QB, right?"
Yeah. If you take Marvin Harrison Jr., I'll kill you.
Right.
It's just oh man, that's fun.
Also, when you get a team where it's like, if it's like the Bears are calling you, you're like, we're good. We're not going to trade with you because obviously you're not going for QB. We have a little control over it.
Yeah, but yeah. If you trade with the Bears, that'll be stupid because Marvin Harrison Jr. would be in the Bears immediately.
Right.
What about the stuff you hear about Jonathan Taylor? About the Packers?
Apparently, the Colts really wanted a receiver.
Yeah. They said that it began to start with Christian Watson, and the Packers were like, hell no. We'll give you draft compensation. We're not giving you Christian Watson because they believe he is a superstar. If you were the Packers, would you have traded him for Jonathan Taylor?
Oh, well, that's the same thing with the Dolphins. They wanted Waddle.
I think Christian Watson is not as good as Waddle.
I still think Christian Watson could be good, though. I think he's got the talent.
I think my answer is also no, but it's for a different reason. You already have 2 good running backs.
Yeah.
Why do you need a third? Just collecting them all like the Infinity Stones? I don't understand.
I understand because Aaron Jones is about to be 29, so he's already coming to his end. You can get a 23-year-old stud to replace him. I understand that.
But Aaron Jones is still on the team. Like, you need to trade Aaron Jones with it. He has to be part of the package.
Maybe he was part of the package too. Maybe they wanted. Maybe they were trying to give him Aaron Jones, and they're like, no, we want Christian Watson too. And they're like,
I can see. If I was the Colts, I'll ask for Dylan. Give me Dylan.
Yeah, see, exactly. Because JT is younger. AJ could be leaving soon, and Dylan hasn't produced. So,
but you haven't given Dylan the full chance to do the stuff that he needs to do.
And
don't get me wrong, as a Bears fan, I'm happy they don't have JT. I'm happy the contract talks are over. I was sweating about that, but I don't know if it makes sense to me. So I think it's funny that Arizona's tanking, but Caleb Williams might stay. Drake may be the first quarterback pick. Yeah, I mean, you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't think Arizona is going to be drafting a quarterback. I don't. I think they're holding out Kyler Murray so they get this hybrid pick, and I think they're not going to be going quarterback.
Martin, let Dylan work.
Well, no, let him walk. Let him just go to a team
Oh,
that
let Dylan
actually
walk.
play. They'll play the right way. Can you imagine if Dylan went to the Bears? Every time he played Green Bay, he just went crazy.
What if AJ Dillon was the one they were going to trade? What if they had AJ Dillon, and then
that's why I would trade.
They would have kept Jones, and he would have been like the third down passing back, and then JT would have been.
Yep, the main one, and then that now because you already paid him. Time. Aaron Jones can kind of age gracefully because you don't have to worry about him as much.
Exactly.
So no, I agree. I agree with that.
Maybe that's what they were thinking. But they really wanted a receiver. I was like, do you not have faith in the ones you had?
Or maybe they only like one of them. They feel like he's not a number one receiver.
Right.
That's why I can see that. And I feel like he's not a number one receiver. They need a number one, a fast one that's going to really stretch the defense to allow him to work underneath. I mean, it makes sense. You know, Michael Pittman Jr. he's a big dude. You know, so maybe he thinks he's more of a possession. Maybe it's in the middle. I don't know.
They're not high on Pierce anymore.
Exactly. I mean, they're ready to get rid of him. Let's see.
I think they will trade. What?
You could if he does too well. All right, now you're doing too good, bro. I gotta let you go. Sorry.
I like that. I don't know. It depends, I guess, where he went. I guess I don't know. Well, Alec Pierce has dropped a lot of paces in preseason, and Josh Downs is a rookie. Yeah.
And again, your number one allows Michael Pittman Jr. to work well. And you know what you need. We always see with that young quarterback, getting that number one receiver changes everything. As soon as you have number one receiver, you have it. Then all of a sudden you're the superstar because you just throw the ball up to them.
Well, not in all cases. There are some outliers.
Like who?
Washington.
Oh yeah, but
we've had a number one receiver.
But you have to have the quarterback too. You have to have that great quarterback though. that's all. You know, you and I.
It didn't matter having that number one. It wasn't helping any quarterbacks that we've had for a while. So.
I mean, Taylor Heineke.
But even he wouldn't put up like the best of passing numbers.
Yeah, that's true. But he'll win. All right, so Cooper Kupp starts the season on IR. Does that surprise anything for you?
No, honestly, not really.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't draft him at all. Like he was literally he was in the same spot I was going to put JT. Like no.
Yeah, there's a draft that I saw that Braden posted where dude drafted Travis Kelce, Cooper Kupp, and Jonathan Taylor in his first 3 rounds. I was like, well, you're losing week 1.
Wow. You were losing week 1 through 3.
Yeah, it's bad. I was like, that's rough.
All right, so Mike Evans not signing his extension with the Bucks. What does that tell you?
He gets traded for a trade deadline.
And who do you think he gets traded to? What team would be a good fit for him?
Chiefs.
Chiefs would be a great fit.
That's the only thing I can think of off the top. I don't know if he would get traded, but then I still think he would hit free agency because I don't think the Chiefs have the money to extend him.
I think they'll have the money. I think they'll do whatever they have to do with the contracts to find the money.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think he knows. No matter what, I love Kelce. Kelce's old. He got like 3 years left in him. You need, and Mike Williams is younger than him. I know he's not young, but he's younger than him.
So Anthony was confused because he said Marvin Harrison will be the first pick, and we were saying that Caleb Williams will still be the first pick, which they're going to trade.
Yeah.
To someone who wants the quarterback because that way, and they would still because they have 2 first-round picks.
Yep. And it should be 2 high ones. I don't think the Texans are going to win more than 5 games.
Yeah, I don't think they are either.
Even if they surprise me, it's like, so surprise, we won 6. Okay, then you have the 7th pick. Yeah.
Here's something. I don't know if you heard this. I want to get your thoughts on this. Did you know that after giving Bosa all that money going into next year, the 49ers have the most cap space still?
I believe it because they don't have to play a quarterback.
Yeah. And then I saw something crazy. They have the highest paid left tackle. Mm-hmm. They have the highest paid like the whole defensive line now. They have one of the highest paid linebackers.
Yep.
Like they have all these positions that are in the highest paid rank, but yet they're gonna have the most goddamn cap space in the NFL next year.
It's also the way they restructure their contracts.
It's because Brock Purdy's only making $750,000.
Do you give Brock Purdy a raise to $5 million just to like?
Right.
I say that we're gonna give you $5 million for the next 3 years. Like it's $15 million just to like.
You know what? We're gonna give you a pay raise. We feel bad. Here, just have some extra money. Throw some incentives in there. Like
that's amazing.
I saw that and I was like,
that's so well done. That means that Lynch knows what he's doing. That's what's.
They just brought in Hargrave. That's a tackle on a big contract. I was like, God, it's so crazy.
But they also are drafting well, and a lot of their draft picks are hitting. So these guys on rookie contracts are doing great. They also have CMC.
Oh yeah, highest paid running back up there for the highest, like second highest paid running back. Yeah, it's crazy. I think average annual average salary he's number one.
Because isn't he making $14 million this year?
I thought Bijan was number one because of the rookie scaling when they got picked.
I mean, it's probably because of the signing bonus, probably.
I know him and Henry are getting paid equal, but they have like the same salary this year. I think it's like 13 or 12.5 or something like that.
That's a good question. I want to know what CMC is making this year.
Yeah, highest, like one of the highest paid running backs. You know, offensive line's paid good. Their defensive line's paid good. Their linebackers are getting paid good. And yet, still have the most cap space. I was like,
they didn't play their right tackle. They brought another guy in. So, yeah.
John Lynch knows what he's doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He's going to make $14 million this year.
Braden says they're negative 24, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know.
Yeah. So
maybe that's this year. Oh, maybe that's this year. Maybe
McCaffrey will make
this year, Braden. They still have the most cap space this year. Is that what I saw?
Probably because all these things go into effect next year. So McCaffrey's base salary is $1,080,000 with a bonus of $10.7 million, a workout bonus of $200,000, carrying a cap hit of $3.4 million.
CMC's making 3.4.
That's his cap hit is $3.4 million because the restructure was $1 million of base salary. That's what I was just reading. His bonus is $10.7 million. So that's his bonus.
Patriots have $117 million
next year. Yeah, for next year.
Oh, good Lord.
But they got to decide what they're going to do in their quarterback.
Oh, we got a question. We'll get to you in a second, Michael. Hold on one second. And then he said the 49ers have the most. So, yeah. So, even after giving him that money, they still have the most this year.
Because all the contracts go into effect next year. Because you give big signing bonus. As I said, McCaffrey has a $10.7 million bonus. So, there's $11 million in the bonus, basically. So, that's why he's only making 3.4. So, he's making $14 million this year.
So, Michael has a question for us. I'm assuming this is for the flex because he had two different positions. But he says OBJ or James Conner. Is this PPR at all, or?
I don't think it matters. Honestly, I still go James Conner.
You still go James Conner? Okay.
Because the thing about Odell, I just don't know what I'm going to get from him. Even with, because he's not like he's not going in the middle of the field right now. I think he had an ankle problem too, so he's questionable anyway. I would probably just still lean James Conner.
Oh, he got hurt? I didn't even know he was hurt. But he says Lamar Andrews is hurt.
You're 100% right, and that's why I'm more on Zay. But I think Odell, let me make sure. Well, Odell Beckham Jr. injury is he's not out. He is.
They're playing that daunting
Yes, he has an ankle
line
injury.
of the Washington Commanders. You sure you really think Connor's gonna put up points?
Well, he just runs right where
Chase was.
Or Chase would be. But yeah, now Odell Beckham has an ankle. He said he was a lie. He wasn't injured. Okay. Really? He says it's a lie?
He's a lie. Wasn't injured. He says, "Don't believe everything on the internet." So yeah, I was gonna say.
But didn't it come from the team that he didn't practice because of ankle injury? Like,
what are they pulling a Colts move here? He injured his back and working out on his own.
Well, no cameras there.
He's on the pup list, and then Jonathan Taylor comes out. What? I didn't hurt myself. I'm 100%.
What do you feel about? So, where would you lean? Would you lean James Conner or Odell Beckham?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the Mark Andrews is hurt is a huge factor.
I know. That's why I'm kind of. But James Conner is clearly going to be the number one.
Mm-hmm. On a team that can't do anything but run.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's still lean Odell.
That's interesting.
Especially if he's not hurt.
If he's not hurt.
I think he'll still be the number one target, especially at the beginning of the season. Now, if this was like 3 or 4 or 5 weeks in, I would say Zay Jones would probably start taking over as the number one. But this is like week 1. And they're playing Houston.
They are playing Houston. Houston's defense is good. They lost a lot of games, but they didn't lose
Petrie,
because they were
Stingley.
bad.
They got Petrie, Stingley, Anderson.
Like they're not a bad team on defense, and I still think James Conner's my answer. I think James Conner gets you 12 points. I think Odell's will get you 8. That's where I think.
Not wrong. I'm kind of leaning towards Conner now. I think he'll get the end zone at least once. I think he'll get close to 80 yards, maybe.
Yep.
And that right there is 14 if he doesn't fumble. So this is a question for me, I guess. We got Brian Robinson.
Or Antonio Gibson. Is today a Brian Robinson or Antonio Gibson day?
I think it depends on how the game goes. If we
well, it doesn't really matter. I got to start both because I drafted Kupp, Kelsey, and Christian Watson.
Oh man.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. That's unlucky because eventually that's going to be great. You know, Kelsey's going to be great. Christian Watson's going to be great.
If they're all healthy, that's a great team. But unfortunately, it's not starting off that way.
Yeah, just call it a bye week. Yeah, exactly. My team is a late bloomer. That's exactly.
You just got to hover around that 500 mark, and then once everyone gets healthy, boom.
Yep.
Kittle is active, yes.
Yeah, we know. Is active. He is active, yes. We know that. He said, just wait until week 4 when I'm 0-4. About to run the table on y'all. 11-4. Let's go to the playoffs.
There you go. That's right.
I like Michael to come up back with this question, though.
So I think we were leaning towards Conner.
Yeah. Now, Zay Flowers or Conner then?
Oh, jeez. Say Zay Flowers to begin with. Goodness.
That's a good question. With Kittle out, with Andrews out, that's a very tough question. Everything in me still says. I'm leaning Conner still because my worry about Zay Flowers. I don't know who's going to get the extra passes. Zay Flowers as a rookie. Can he get the touchdown? Maybe, but week 1 isn't the safer bet still James Conner?
I agree.
But even though I agree that Zay Flowers could have a game, could be that dude.
He could, but I feel like Tank said earlier, you're gonna have to have like a waiting out period per se with Zay Flowers. because you're gonna hit yourself in the face if you like play Zay Flowers, and then that dude only gets like 2 catches for 15 yards, and then you got James Conner down there with 15 points.
And J.K. Doubs is the one who got all the passes and
right
runs. You know, or I mean, was it?
Whereas if you put James Conner in and you get the 12 to 14 points, but then Zay Flower gets like 16, you're like,
okay, it's not that
difference
big
of like 3 or 4 points.
So and also the thing is, you also have to think about Baltimore's their depth chart. So even though we're talking about Mark Andrews not playing, Isaiah Likely is good. Kolar is not terrible. Like their backup tight ends can still play. So Isaiah Likely is still going to be out there, and we've seen it when Mark Andrews out. So yeah, I'm not saying like they're going to take all the catches away from him. So I still go Conner because I know he's going to get the ball. All right, we got it. Christian Kirk or Javonte Williams at flex? Christian Kirk, 100%. What you got?
Christian Kirk or Javonte Williams? Yeah, I'm gonna go Christian Kirk too because Williams is on a snack.
Exactly.
If this was like 6 weeks from now and he was playing good, I would definitely go Williams.
Yep.
But as of right now, I'm gonna lean towards
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk, for sure.
Yeah, and I agree 100%. Exactly what you just said makes perfect sense. Javonte Williams is going to get some touches just to get him back in football shape, but he's not there yet. So, and then what Martin said, I'm agreeing with. Zay Flowers over OBJ. I think Conner will be the main piece of the offense, maybe the only offensive piece until he dies week 3 from overload. But that's it. I think Zay Flowers is more of the one who's going to get in the middle of the field. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem, man.
Zay Flowers going to get the ball in the middle of the field, but Isaiah Likely's still going to have some catches. He's still going to be there. He's still the matchup problem. I've loved Likely even coming out of college. So they still could look that way going for a lot of these catches. So I still stay with the guy who is going to get the ball. Conner is the one is going to get the ball. Because Doubs is not going to be throwing the ball 40 times. It's not.
Nope.
And if he does,
I think their game plan is to have him throw the ball as little as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think Conner, Jalen Peacher won't let anything happen over the top. Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Because
sorry. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he was like the Cardinals are playing the Texans, and I was like, huh? But he's talking about Flowers and
yeah. So everything's gonna stay in front, So which means the middle of the field will be work. So Zay Flowers will get some balls, but I just don't think he still has to contend with everybody else.
Yeah, I agree.
All
right. Anything else?
Are you surprised we didn't get Justin Jefferson didn't get a contract offer from the Vikings?
Did he even get an offer?
Like he's like, I want to be here. I'm surprised, but I'm not going. I'm not even going to expect a contract extension. Oh no! See, both sides actually made a strong effort to get a deal done, but they're still ways apart.
Oh, so there must.
How much would you pay Justin Jefferson if you're Minnesota?
Well, I mean, the issue is you got to look at the newest batch of receivers. They got contract extensions, and they're sitting at what, like 25? And AJ Brown get like 25 million.
Yeah. 24 to 25 million is where you're at right now.
And you got to be JJ is way better than all those guys.
Yep. So then
I think 30 is the talking point.
Yeah.
Like that's the floor. That's where you start. If JJ's nice, you get him at 30, but I think he's probably starting in the 40s, probably, and working his way down.
Everyone wants to have quarterback money, but Tyreek Hill signed a $30 million contract. So
now if I'm just have 30, okay.
Yeah. So if I'm Justin Jefferson, I'm looking at you need to pay me at least $33 million a year, and I want an escalating contract. 33, 35, 37. Well, 35 average value. Why? Because you ain't paying this quarterback, and he's only good because I'm here. So pay me. So I'm $35 million. What 4 year, $140 million contract maybe, 5 year, $170 million contract, something like that. And you hold on until he's 29. I'm holding out for that.
Would you be shocked if you see something like 4 years, 160?
No, not at all. Because of who he is.
Yeah, he's only 24 or 23.
Yeah. He's so young. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think that it'd be a good move. I'll be happy that they did that. I was like, you made a good decision.
Because he's already this good and he hasn't even hit his prime yet.
Imagine if he had a great quarterback. Then Kirk Cousins is, I've never said he's not terrible. He's the primary meridian. He's accurate, but he's not this offensive.
He's not the prime meridian anymore. Yeah. He's at least in top 10. I'm not gonna go top 5, but
he's old. It's my other.
I think what he's done is position himself into a top 10.
I have him at he's on my list at 11, so I can't say he's not top 10.
He's close.
Yeah,
that's still
but
close.
He's right.
That's still not prime meridian. Prime meridian would be like 17.
But yeah, but there's
16. I could do math.
There's 32 teams in the league, but 4 of them aren't starting quarterbacks. 4 of them don't count as starting quarterbacks. So he's closer to the middle than he is anything. But
hey, you're not counting mine in there, are you?
I'm definitely not counting your game. I'm not counting Desmond Ridder.
Well, I know the Falcons would be in there, but I thought Sam Howell looked like a starting quarterback.
I think he's not your starter. I think he's going to be good. I think he will be on your team for a long time. I think he's going to be like that backup that could always come in and be great.
We got a QB question. I like it. Hold on.
Yeah, I like it too.
30. We got T-Law or A-Rod
today.
Well, tomorrow or today. But
yeah.
I'm gonna lean towards T-Law. The Colts have like literally to nobody in their secondary because they're all either suspended or cut because of gambling.
Yep.
And you know what's crazy? The Rodgers, the guy that got cut after gambling, he was signed by the Eagles.
Really? Yeah, they're gonna hold on to him.
I was like, what the God dang, man. T-Law, he's playing Indy. See, Braden knows. He knows what's up.
Don't get me wrong. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have a good game. I think
he'll just have an okay to a good game.
I think
whereas T-Law could have a great game.
I agree. I think Aaron Rodgers go 21-25 for 290 yards.
I don't know if I got 290, but maybe 240.
I think you have a big one because I think Garrett Wilson's gonna have a big game. But like 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
What you want to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen, bro.
It's both. I need to go all to Garrett Wilson. But I think.
Oh, look, A-Rod usually doesn't have great week 1 games
because he usually doesn't play in the preseason. Braden, he did. Stop trying to talk rain on my parade. He usually doesn't play.
You're playing each other too. So.
No, that's why.
It's just the icing on the cake right here. You guys going back and forth.
I think Aaron Rodgers has a good game. T-Law has an unbelievable game. That's just what it is.
I agree.
Look, stop talking all this negative stuff, Braden.
T-Law's gonna ball out. Hey, I said A-Rod would have a decent game. I didn't say he'd have a bad one.
I'm talking about Braden right here.
But the Bills' defense is a lot harder to play against than the Colts' defense. So.
That's true. Plus, look at QBs as they move to a new team. Haven't won. Except for the one who just won the Super Bowl named Tom Brady. What are you talking about? The same
the Super Bowl was like 3 years ago.
Tom Brady just won the Super Bowl, bro.
That was like 3 years ago. Get out of here.
It's the same an old guy who's been really, really good going to a new team.
Oh, here you go. You ready for this stat? First time since 1997.
He lost week 1.
No. First time since 1997, we have a week 1 without Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, or Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's easy because Tom Brady was there all the time.
Well, Tom Brady didn't play.
Hey, Russell Wilson losing week 1 doesn't count. He's not even a quarterback. That doesn't count. That was awful. What up, then, boys?
Hey, what up, man?
Yeah, good luck with the week 1 matchups. Yeah, I hope Braden. I hope your whole team tips to have an ankle injury tonight, the whole team just ankle injury. It's come out on the report right now.
I know. I bet you were crying tears of joy when you saw Christian Watson wasn't playing.
Oh my goodness! You should have
like,
heard me in the
car. That's good for my Bears. That's good for my fantasy matchup.
I was just like,
day ever. Yes. Oh snap! He said Aaron Rodgers is going to lose week 1.
I don't care if he loses. It's not like I want him to win. I just want him to have good stats. I still hate him a little bit in my heart. still a little hate there, you know.
Never goes away. Never goes away.
Like, you know, I don't care if he has a good day. I just want him to have good stats. Juno said, I think they just finished 11-6 this year. I agree. I think they finished 11-6.
About where I think we had them in like 10-7, but yeah, it's 11-6.
I think the wild card. I think the Bills in 12-5. They 11-6. And they actually could have the same record, and you know the Bills had one tiebreaker or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, you know Jerry Jeudy's out. So speaking of Russell Wilson, what do the Broncos do now? They have Javonte Williams on the snap count. Jerry Jeudy's out. Who's getting the ball?
Simmons.
Just all day. That's all we can do, huh?
And P. Ryan.
And P. Ryan. I think P. Ryan's gonna get the ball a lot.
I think P. Ryan gonna get the ball a lot too. So should we list more injuries, like bigger injuries?
Yeah, we should go through all of them if you can pull all of them up now.
Let me see. Do that right now.
But yeah, I think Mims gets the ball a lot. I'm surprised if Trotman or Dolchich gets a lot of balls, because Jerry Jeudy not being there, and P. Ryan's gonna get the ball a lot.
All right, for BSPN, we have week 1 injuries. There's a few. Some of them I didn't even know were like happening. Like I didn't realize Mark Andrews was this banged up. Like what the heck happened? So obviously we got Cooper Kupp, hamstring. Kittle with his groin, but he's expected to play. I don't know if he'll be on and then we have Kenneth Walker, the third, also nursing a groin injury.
Yeah, but
I think he's supposed to play. Yeah, he's supposed to play. Oh, Ramondre Stevenson popped up.
Yeah, I saw that. He came up this morning.
Sick. Yeah, he's sick. And then Devontae Parker has a knee injury.
He's out.
I say Parker's out. Is Stevenson out?
No, Stevenson's going to play.
So he's playing. Adam Thielen has his ankle injury that he's still nursing. I don't know.
He's supposed to suit up, though. Thielen's going to suit up, but he might not.
And then obviously Mark Andrews is out with a quadriceps injury. Zach Moss is out with an arm injury.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Kendrick
Miller's out. Yeah, Kendrick Miller's out. And, of course, Devin Witherspoon's out because they still having problems with him.
Back to that Treylon Burke question, he's nursing a knee injury for the LCL sprain.
Mm-hmm.
It's kept him out of 12 consecutive practices. Good Lord. And he's played?
That's a problem.
Yeah, 12 consecutive practices. Marcus Davenport, outside linebacker for Minnesota, has an ankle injury. Tyler Smith, the guard for the Cowboys, has hamstring issues. Oh, here we go. Juwan Brisker has a groin injury.
Definitely
He's playing, though. He's playing. Eddie Jackson has an ankle injury.
Definitely playing.
Nate Davis, personal reasons.
He's definitely playing.
Is he playing?
Yeah.
Jeff Okudah for the Falcons has a foot injury. Ooh, Marshawn Lattimore has a knee injury.
Yeah.
He's playing?
Yeah. I believe Lattimore is playing.
Terran Armstead's out. He's not playing today.
They said that off tackle. I was like, oh, man, Tua. Here we go.
Knee, ankle, and back. Good Lord. What's wrong with this guy? What are they doing?
I mean, someone fell up on the back of his ankle. A running back was running and fell on the back of his ankle.
Chandler Jones is out because he can't get in the building.
Yeah.
Well, it just says personal reasons, but I don't know if that has to do with not getting in the building and him then cursing out the team on social media.
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
Yeah, so they said Braden said trending to play. Giants Darren Waller, 49ers tight end George Kittle, Packers Romeo Doubs, Cardinals Hollywood Brown, Cardinals Zach Ertz. Yeah, I saw that. Patriots Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
And I don't want to not say good morning. Do it for Martin.
Oh, yeah. That's
The
my
boy says,
mom.
them boys, both Andrews and Kelsey. He has both Andrews and Kelsey. Wow. And oh man, wow, really? In the listener league? These injuries are killing me. I have Judy there too. Going to be a rough week. You just might as well just say, all right, I'm not watching. I'm not looking this league the rest of this week.
Speaking of like playing two tight ends, you got to, and you have Andrews. Well, I mean, not this week, but
how? How'd you get Andrews and Kelsey? I mean,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Brady said they're worried about Chandler's mental health. That's true. The Raiders even sent a crisis response team to his house.
Well, speaking of mental health, did you hear about Matt Corral?
No, what happened with Matt Corral?
He was signed by the Patriots to be their backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Didn't show up to any team functions for the last 2 days.
Really?
Stop showing up.
The Bill Belichick got him already?
They're still trying to figure out what's happening and what his future on the team is. I guess he's had a history of depression. So I don't think he's done anything to himself yet, but I guess he just stopped showing up.
Hey man, depression is a serious thing, and that's why I always, mental. This is a big thing, and this is I hate to bring this up right now, but I guess this whole thing with Terron Armstead not playing, that freaks me out a little bit. I am worried about Tua. I almost want him not to play. Let's just pull Tua right now, just in case. Put him in bubble wrap.
I have him starting on one of my fantasy leagues. That's selfish.
You want to keep him the rest of the league, rest of the season, right?
That's selfish. I know. Put Mike White in there. He can get hit a couple times.
Exactly. Or just pause it right there and then put Mike White in time he's about to hit a blood. Take a hit. Say, wait. All right, go. Oh, yeah, I saw them, boys. I'm sorry. What do you think about Jack Sanborn's role this year, Brian? Should I start him over Aaron Donald in my IDP flex? Hard for me to sit Aaron Donald. Here, okay. So Sanborn in practices, what's been going on a lot he's been rotating in. They've been rotating him in and out because and only reason and that's they haven't had their full complement of linebackers the entire time because they've been holding out on everybody else. So I would not bet that Sanborn is going to have as great numbers as he's had at the end of last year, and I probably would lean still towards Aaron Donald. All I know is T.J. Edwards is a tackling machine. Tremaine Edmonds is exactly what the Bears want. Athletic linebacker who can run side to side. That's what they're going to be leaning on. I think Jack Sanborn is not going to have the same amount of plays that he was having before. So, especially with
he needs so many goddamn linebackers.
I don't know.
Well,
and then Noah Sewell is Noah Sewell has been coming in. He's been playing half the time, so that's why I think Sanborn won't.
You already named 3 linebackers. I'm like, there's still a 4th one. Stupid. Meanwhile, we can't even get one good linebacker.
Sorry.
I'll give you Chase Young for a linebacker.
Yeah, because he's gonna be out.
Chase Young for Noah Sewell.
I like him though.
So that was my thought too. Just need some confirmation.
I went to the practices and that's what was going on. He was definitely rotating in. And those other 2 are not coming off the field. It'd be interesting to see, but I like Jack Sanborn, and just I wouldn't be playing him anytime soon. I think it's you're looking for injury. You holding on to him, thinking for injury for now. Because and it was interesting is that even with Jack Sanborn, the Bears brought in 2 other linebackers from other teams to try to see if they could compete for that position. So though Jack Sanborn has actually played with what's his name with TJ Edwards in college, they just think he's not the same level of talent. So they keep on putting other people in there to see what he could get. So I would just stay away from that right now.
So weird because it's not like he was good.
He was good, but it's also the way that our defense run. We run right towards the strong side linebacker, So all you gotta do is be a tackler. But that's when you have a good 3 technique. Right now, I don't believe in a 3 technique. Right now, Jones is good.
You think you can move Sanborn to end?
No, he's too small. He's not quick enough, and I don't know if his hands are there. But what he is a football player. Jack Sanborn's a good football player, but he's more the guy that you want coming in off your bench, not your starter.
Gotcha.
All right. So what do you feel about these games? I'm gonna go through all these games. I'm just gonna you tell me what you think who's gonna win. All right. All right. You got Houston, Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Cleveland, Cincinnati.
That's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm leaning towards Cincinnati.
If I was betting, I'll bet on Cincinnati. But my heart is telling me I think Cleveland is going to have a very good chance to win this game.
I just hope Nick Chubb goes off. That's it.
Because I just feel like Cleveland they have everything that you need to beat Cincinnati. That's just who they are. And even
he said, it looks like I'm starting 3 DTs in that league, Quinnen, AD, and Payne.
Feels risky.
Well, I mean, you got Quinnen. He's pretty good. You got.
I think Payne is going to make a lot of plays, especially against Arizona, because they will run the ball. So
he's coming off a season in which he had 11.5 sacks. So.
Mm-hmm. And Aaron Donald is the only player on the entire team. So I mean, he might be the only one. He might get 2 sacks today, and then everything works with you. So, but then boys still going Cincinnati. Okay. Tampa Bay, Minnesota. Yeah, I hate Minnesota, but yeah, they're going to win.
I think it'll be a closer game because I think the defense for Tampa Bay should still be decent.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think Baker Mayfield gives the game away.
Yeah, exactly. I think their offense will find a way to lose it.
Tennessee, New Orleans.
I'm going to lean New Orleans.
It's
a tough one, though.
I don't like Tennessee. I really do not.
I don't either, but
I think they could beat this team because they're the one team you just don't know about.
Because they have freaking Derrick Henry, and it's like, is he going to go for 250 yards and 4 touchdowns and carry this team?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Them boys goes New Orleans.
So I'm leaning towards New Orleans, but
I'm leaning towards New Orleans. But if Tennessee won, okay, yeah. Carolina, Atlanta.
I'll go Atlanta. I think it'll be another close, good game.
I'll go Atlanta, and I'm playing the under.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm going to play the under.
I already bet the under
because I know that defense for Carolina is going to come out balling.
And I don't know who's going to throw the ball.
I don't know which offense is going to take it.
But also, I worry about Carolina being able to even block.
Mm-hmm.
So
he does Atlanta as well.
Yeah, Atlanta. Jacksonville, Indy. That's easy.
Jacksonville or Indy. Let me think about this one.
That's super easy.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco, Pittsburgh.
I'll go San Francisco.
Me too. I like Pittsburgh this year. I really do.
Oh, I do. I think it'll be a close game. I just think.
It's hard for me to go against Mike Tomlin. I just think San Francisco has all this goodwill also towards, signing. When you sign your guy, you're going to get it. All right. Arizona, Washington.
Why was I even saying A? Wow, Washington.
People in Arizona are saying Washington. So like,
I know. For some reason, you're like Arizona, Washington. I was like, wait. What is that word coming out of my mouth?
I'll say this: if Washington loses this game, they're gonna have a terrible season.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. There it comes up. All right. Las Vegas, Denver. Someone has to win, guys.
It's in Denver. I'm gonna go Denver if it's in Denver.
Yeah. I'm going Denver too. Someone has to win, unfortunately. They can't get. Oh, we got some. He says Las Vegas.
I mean, honestly, that wouldn't shock me. This is a tough one for me.
I'm still leading Denver.
But
I think
him and Martin are on this.
Sean Payton, this first game is going to be ready.
Revitalization thing, saying he's going to be good again. So I'll join the bandwagon for this game, I guess.
I think so. I think he'll be decent this game. I think Sean Payton's going to be able to get to him for game 1. By game 7, Russell Wilson is going to be doing his thing. Mike says, don't doubt James Conner.
Hey, we said he'd get 14 fantasy points. That doesn't mean they're going to win.
Yeah. It's just going to be him. Miami to the LA Chargers.
Without Miami.
Without Terran Armstead.
Oh, without Terran Armstead, I'm like, oh, Lord.
With both those rushers in that
either
game.
Khalil Mack or Joey Bosa is going to harass him.
Exactly.
It's another tough.
I'm going to go Chargers.
Might have to switch to Chargers.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go Chargers. It's crazy, but yeah.
No, he says Chargers. James Conner a beast, but he can't win on his own.
Yeah.
Only Derrick Henry can do that.
He's done it for years.
Yep. It's like, it's the only running back I know that I'm like, well, we know you're picking the Chargers.
Sorry, Mike. You know that.
Yeah.
All right. We got Philly, New England.
Philly.
That's
hopefully New England can make a game of it. We'll see.
I don't even know if they can, honestly.
I think so. I mean, everybody's hurt, but they could do it. Everybody's hurt. Juju's knee could go at any second. They got no backup quarterback.
For right now.
They got no backup quarterback. We'll see.
It's Philly. It's no doubt. The Rams, Seattle.
Seattle.
By a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's not even close.
Matthew Stafford can't even connect with his teammates. So
I think Seattle is going to win. They might win the division. San Francisco might be the wild card pick out of that division because Seattle might win that many games.
Not out of the realm of possibility. I don't think it'll happen, but it's not out of the realm.
It's because that division is so bad. They have 2 bye weeks, just like San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dallas Giants. I know you hate this one.
How about Dallas? Hope Dak messes it up.
I think Dallas.
Over under 2 picks for Dak in this game.
Under game 1. Under. They're gonna run the ball a lot, and Dallas. And what they're gonna do with
Tony
Dak
Pollard?
They're gonna play action the hell out of it.
We're gonna run with Pollard. They're gonna throw the Pollard. It's gonna be all Pollard. Well, CD, I guess I need him to do stuff too, but.
And then them boys is under too.
Yeah, he's in Dallas, of course, with the under.
All right. Chicago, Green Bay.
Who you got? Yeah, I'll go Chicago.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good game, unfortunately. I think we win by 3. 23-20. We win. Yeah. All right. Here's one. I
might have been a little bit more on Green Bay if Watson had played.
I think that's a big deal.
But without Watson, I have to go.
I think that's a really big deal.
It really is.
Not having your number one receiver, yeah, and then your number tight end, your best tight end, your number 2 and 3 tight end are now on the Bears. So yeah, I think I'm going Chicago with that one. Yeah. Buffalo Jets.
I think it'll be a good game, but I'm leaning Buffalo.
Yeah, me too. Oh, it says Fields 250 passing yards and 120 rushing yards. I'm going to adjust it. I think Fields is going to have 275 passing yards and 90 rushing yards. He'll pass for 2 touchdowns and run for 1. All right, the boy says Jets. Hey, I can see the Jets giving them a run because Buffalo's defense is not as good as we think it is. The Jets defense is great, but I still believe in Josh Allen. I
feel like if their safeties are healthy, the defense could be good. But their linebackers, because you have
they're awful.
Yeah, their linebackers aren't.
I said 275 yards, and then but Brady says, but Fields will only throw it for 35 yards in the air, and then everyone else will run from there. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's awfully good.
I'm okay with that. All right. Well, went through the whole season. I'm so happy that we have it. All right, Michael, we'll do a bet. I can't bet because you're a minor, but yeah. I'll just a bet for me. If Fields doesn't throw for over 170 yards, I will do 2 shots on next morning spike next week. Write it down, have it there. If he doesn't do it, I'll do 2 shots next week.
It's awfully generous of you.
I feel like I'm not worried about anything.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it at all.
Oh, I already picked the Chargers. I'm an idiot. For some reason I thought I went with the Dolphins, but I went with the Chargers.
It just makes sense because you know what? I think that team has a lot of talent. Just Herbert is probably the 5th or 6th best quarterback in the entire league. And if their defense doesn't get hurt, they're good. They're very good.
Yeah, injuries was a big deal for them last year.
Because everyone and their mama was hurt. If it wasn't Khalil Mack, everyone else was hurt.
And not just on defense, too. It was their offensive line was decimated, too. So imagine actually being able to block for Herbert. That could get scary.
What if J.C. Jackson has a bounce-back year? You got Derwin James, and Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack is a lot of
if Jalen Ramsey was playing this game.
Yeah, now that'd be tough.
That'd be even harder.
If you got to throw the ball, you got to throw the ball that way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it would be even harder. I think it'll be a good game either way, though. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards Chargers.
Yeah.
So, well, it is here. We're 30 minutes away from kickoff.
All right, guys. We're 30 minutes away from kickoff. We're gonna I gotta get all my pizza ready. I have to get all my snacks in order.
I gotta make sure my teams are set and everything. So
that offense is going to score a ton. That defense just has to be decent for them to win a lot. I agree. And the coaches need to get out the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As long as the coaches get out the way.
No kidding. But I got that. I mean, you got a top tier corner. You got Derwin James in the back. You got the great defensive linebackers and Mack and Bosa.
Yeah.
I
like even Sebastian Day. I like all their guys. I think them playing together, they should.
Tranquil? Did they just get him, or did he go to the Broncos?
I think he went somewhere else. I just had them up.
I can't remember. Drew Tranquil, linebacker.
Tranquil left. I feel like
so he left and went to Denver.
Yeah, because they have Eric Kendricks.
Eric Kendricks, that's the guy that just brought in.
Guy. Yeah,
that's the guy from Minnesota. He's gonna ball out.
Yeah,
I know he's a little older, but he's still a solid middle linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the guy. I was trying to remember who they brought in. I was like, I know it was somebody on the bigger side.
All right, Michael.
Right, see you, boy. Yep, see you. It was fun.
We're gonna leave you guys with this real quick, and then we'll be out.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
All right, guys. See you next week. Well, actually, see you Tuesday on the Panda and Grizzly Show on Dynasty Pylon. So be there. We'll see on Tuesday, Dynasty Pylon, Panda and Grizzly Show. Wednesday, we'll have our regular show. But we'll see you there. We'll talk about all these games and go over the Monday night game. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks, guys.
Later.